Hi, I'm Chef Layne, the Cowboy Chef, and I'm here with Hanson Brass, the beautiful carving stations that they make to carve a turkey for your holiday experience. The best carved turkey you'll ever have. Let me show you what I'm doing here. I'm carving down, I cut laterally along the top of the turkey, and I'm cutting down, following the bone of the turkey, the breastbone, and I've made a side incision here, and I'm going to pull this breast right out of the turkey, and we can carve it. Show you this. We can carve it up right here on our table. And we follow the breastbone, cutting right along the side, right down the bones of the turkey, the breast, and the breast will fall away completely clean. Now we've got a beautiful turkey breast, and remember, we always cut against the grain to make those nice slices that we like to use for sandwiches. Look at those, isn't that pretty? Now that is some good eating, folks. Now we've cut the breast and removed it from the bone. We're going to lay it on our table, and we're going to cut across the breast. Not the length of the breast, but across, because we want to cut against the grain of the breast, giving us nice uniform slices that we can make sandwiches or cut for service at the table. When you take the breast out, you'll notice that there's a long piece of silver sinew. We call that silver skin. It's a sinew that's inside that holds the breast to the body. That needs to be pulled out, because that is just like trying to eat chewing gum. So you take that, you put that away, and now we can slice our breast against the grain, watching as the slices come down. Isn't that pretty? This turkey is so moist, it's just really falling apart. It's a 14-pound turkey, and so we figure it'll feed about 8 to 10 people, I would think, especially if you have side dishes. This is a chef's carving knife. It is a 12-inch knife. Might be a little big for some of the ladies, but you can get smaller blade knives. Just keep it sharp and cut right down through the turkey. Look at those beautiful slices that I've got here. And the folks are going to love this when you put it on their plate. It's going to eat like butter. So let's put this out on our platter. And now we'll take a leg. Taking a leg is very simple. Take your hand. That's why we're wearing the food safety gloves on this hand. We're going to pull the leg, just take the joint out of the leg, and with our knife, cut right along, follow the backbone. See the little joint there? We'll cut right straight down through. Now that leg is beautiful. Look at that leg. Isn't that incredible? Now to get the proper cut on the foreleg from the thigh, we'll stand it up, put our knife right at the edge, and go down feeling the joint with our knife, and there we have our perfect thigh. And the thigh, remember what I said about the thigh, about the breast or the thigh, anything, cut against the grain. And thigh is a little different though in its structure. You're going to have a little bit of a bone in there, so with your hands, it's very simple. Just pull the meat away from the bone and use your knife, release it a little bit. There we go. And now that thigh can be cut into nice slices. And we'll load it on our platter. There's our nice dark meat. And we can release the wing the same way by cutting in through the point of our knife. With our hand, we take the wing and rotate it and cut through. And there is our wing. And then let's cut down, cutting the joints apart. And our wing we can lay out on the platter as well, making a nice display of our turkey. Now what I'm going to do is release the leg here. I'm going to cut down the skin. Using my hand, I'm going to pull the leg away from the joint, and my knife, I press here, pull it away, reach in with my knife and cut right straight down through against the backbone, and find the joint. There's the joint, you see, and cut right, releasing the leg completely out. Look at that, a beautiful leg and thigh, and that's ready to be carved. Now, to release the leg, the foreleg from the thigh, we just hold it up, stand it up, and let me put it this way so you can see it this way. We'll put it this way, and we just cut right straight down through our knife, finding the joint again with our blade. We can pull it apart a little bit. This is why you want to wear those carving gloves now, so you don't cut yourself. That knife is going to be near your hands. Look at that beautiful thigh and that leg. Isn't that pretty? We'll set those up on our carving platter here, cutting some of the thigh meat for folks. Pull that skin and fat away a little bit there. There we go. Look at that beautiful, tender meat. Melt in your mouth. And notice the Hanson brass lamps are keeping it hot and keeping all the moisture from drying out. Pull this away, and we take our knife and cut right in through the joint, and there we go. Look at that beautiful wing with all that meat on it. And we can also now separate the wing from the drum of the wing by just cutting, letting it fall apart, and we cut right straight through. And there we have the beautiful meat there. Got this platter all set. Now don't forget that on the back of the bird you have what is called the oyster, and this is the oyster of the turkey and the chicken. It's a very tender piece of meat. When the turkey muscles, this never gets used, so this is very tender. This is like the prime rib of the turkey, and it just pops right out of that little sleeve right there. There's one on either side. Here's the one on this side. Of course, you can take your carcass and throw it in a big pot of boiling water with some onions and some carrots and some celery and make turkey soup. And that'll be great the next day. Any leftover meat you have, just add it to the soup. Make a big pot of boiling soup the next day, and you got yourself a second dinner right from the carcass. Hey, Chef Layne here. Layne Wootten, the cowboy chef, with Hanson brass, beautiful carving units. And I use those when I'm carving the meat, and then I put my sauce on it. My sauce is called two-legged rattlesnake barbecue sauce, and it's called rattlesnake sauce not because it has any snakes in it, but because it'll bite you. It's a little sweet and a little hot, a true Texas style barbecue sauce. By the way, I was the chef for the Academy of Country Music with up at Universal Studios for a long time, and all of the country music stars loved my sauce. In fact, a lot of them put it on their tour buses when they were riding around the country. And so it has a great flavor. It won't take your breath away, but it sure will bite you.